Can I start now?
No, I should start first.
I think you are wrong.
Unpredicted problems may occur in anything, like our group does. However, problems are fair indications of a more profound issues. Setting the problem quickly might be a helpful solution, but it doesn't ensure this issue from happening again.
This is why the team needs to focus on finding the root cause and tackle it properly. You know what the problem is, but you cannot solve it.
For this reason, we are here to present you the 5 whys.
I am Jobelle Pelagio.
I am Sharmaine Mesina.
And I am Charles Anthony Lorenzo, your presenters for today.
Before we start finding out more about this strategy, let's start first with its origin. Developed by Sakichi Toyoda, a Japanese industrialist, inventor, and founder of Toyota Industries, developed the 5 whys technique in the 1930s. It became popular in the 1970s, and Toyota still uses it today to solve problems. One of the key factors for successful implementation of the technique is to make an informed decision. This means that its decision making is based on an in-depth understanding of what's actually happening on the shop floor rather than on what someone in a boardroom thinks might be happening. The basis of Toyota's scientific approach is to ask why 5 times whenever we find the problem. By repeating why 5 times, the nature of the problem as well as its solution becomes clear. By Taiichi Ono. In other words, the root cause analysis process should include people with practical experience. Logically, they can give you the most valuable information regarding any problem that appears in their area of expertise.
Did you know the origin of the five voice analysis? Let's move on to the steps on how to do it within the group. First step, assemble the team. Gather together people who are familiar with the specifics of the problem and with the process that you're trying to fix. Include someone to act as the facilitator who can keep the team focused on identifying effective countermeasures, as this will help you collect enough information to make an informed decision. Be aware that this is not an individual task and it needs to be executed by the team. In our group's case, I will act as the facilitator to serve as a guide in identifying the root cause of the problem. Second step, define the problem. Discuss the problem with the team and make a clear problem statement. It will help you define the scope of the issue you are going to investigate. This is important because investigating a wide scope problem may be a time-consuming exercise with blurred boundaries. Try to be as focused as possible to find an effective solution in the end. Sharmaine, may I ask, what's the problem with you earlier?
Actually, Jobelle, I cannot grasp the flow of our presentation. I don't know where to start.
Third step, ask why. Empower one person to facilitate the whole process. This team leader will ask questions and try to keep the team focused. The answer should be based on the facts and real data rather than on emotional opinions. The facilitator should ask why many times as needed until the team can identify the root cause of the initial problem. First advice, don't ask too many whys. If you keep going, you may end up receiving tons of unreasonable suggestions and complaints, which is not the purpose. Focus on finding the root cause. Second, sometimes there could be more than one root cause. In these cases, the five voice analysis will look more like a matrix with different branches. This may even help you detect and eliminate organizational issues that have permanent negative effects on the overall performance. Now, let's go back to the problem within our group. After knowing the problem with Charmaine earlier, we need to know the reason behind it.
Then tell me, why can you not grasp the flow of the presentation?
Sorry, but I did not open the presentation script. That's why I cannot follow.
Ha! I knew it.
Guys, remember that we are here to smoothen out the misunderstanding. Now, Charmaine, tell me, what happened? Why did you not open the presentation script?
I'm sorry for that, Jobelle. I forgot to do the assigned task of reviewing it.
It's alright, yes, I remember assigning it to both of you guys. What happened, Charles? Have you been able to access it?
Yes, I have reviewed it just fine. It is accessible within the group. I think something must be wrong with Sharmaine.
Is something's wrong, Sharmaine? Why did you forget our group's assigned task?
I'm sorry, guys. I overslept this morning. That's why I forgot to review the script.
May I ask why?
It is because I stayed up late last night to do the schoolworks.
Here's the 5 whys analysis from our group's conversation. Fourth step, take action. After the team detects the root causes, it is time to take corrective actions. All members should be involved with the discussion to find and apply the best solution that will protect your process from recurring problems. When the decision is made, one of the team members should be responsible for applying the right actions and observing the whole process. Misunderstanding affected our team. What do you think is the best solution for that problem, Sharmaine?
I'll do my best to manage my time more, guys. I'm sorry for what happened.
I understand the restlessness due to schoolworks, as we also tend to experience the same.
I agree to you with that, Charles.
Yet, we should always be responsible for everything we do. I also want to apologize for being mad at you earlier, Sharmaine.
Thank you for understanding, guys. I'll do my best so this won't happen again.
Fifth step, observe. After a certain period of time, the team needs to meet again to check if their actions actually had a positive impact. If not, the process should be repeated. In the end, the case should be documented and sent across the organization. Sharing this information will give an insightful overview of different kinds of problems a team may face and how those problems can be eliminated. As per our group, we are willing to share our video to other group as well so they can learn from what happened to ours. Remember that the solution within an organization or a group shouldn't be one-sided. As Charmaine reflected upon her actions, Charles did the same with giving understanding to his fellow members' situation.
Now that we have understand the process of 5 whys, let us also know its advantages and disadvantages. Number 1 allows you to identify the cause of your problem, not just its symptoms. As we dig deeper into the context of the problem, the more we understand the underlying problem, which can be solved instead of remedial interventions. Number 2 is simple and easy to use. It is widely used and lets you define the countermeasure or even the root cause of the problem simply by asking why to make it deeper. Number 3 helps you avoid taking immediate action without considering if you've identified the real root cause of the problem. Since it is easy and simple to use, it does not waste time of figuring out other problems. Instead, it focuses to the underlying problem that have caused the problem. It allocates time to fix the problem, as Eric Rice, the writer of book The Lean Startup, discourages all or nothing thinking. Number 4 helps you build a culture that embraces continuous improvement. As Eric Rice again once said, that behind every seemingly technical problems is a human problem waiting to be found. 5 whys help to seek problem in a nature wherein by asking whys you enable your group to understand clearly the root cause and gain knowledge to fix it. If there are advantages, there are also disadvantages. The disadvantages of the 5 whys technique include: Number 1. Different people may get different answers as to the cause of the same problem. This raises a question about the reliability of the technique. Number 2. The method can only be as good as the knowledge and experience of the people using it. In some cases, most people still need to master it for them to be able to target the root cause. Lastly, number 3. You may not dive deep enough to uncover the root cause of the problem entirely. Some problems are critical and 5 whys may not be the type of solution.
Here's a few things to remember.
5 whys uses countermeasures rather than solutions. The countermeasures is the action or set of actions that seeks to prevent the problem from arising again, while a solution may just seek to deal with the symptoms.
As such, countermeasures are more robust and will more likely prevent the problem from recurring. And that is it for today.
I hope we've been able to answer your whys here in why.
A closer look to the 5 whys.